Hi everyone, today's video is a tour of Martham. When I asked you all what you'd want to see through the winter months, several of you said, how about driving around the local villages, especially the ones that have a river that goes through them. So I thought we'd start with them today. So here we are, this is Martham. I do take you down to the river. But probably if you don't enjoy these driving videos and they're not for you, then you're probably worth not watching it, to be honest. But those of you who have requested them, I hope you enjoy it. And let's get on and see where we go. Prior to filming this just now, I did lots of research last night, and I've written down all the things I was going to tell you about Martham. What used to be where and what it was previously called before this and before that. And I'm driving around filming this for you, and I thought, do you know what? I don't think everybody wants that, really. So I'm leaving that bit out. But as you can see, in places, Martham's very pretty. Lots of thatched buildings dotted about here and there. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to tell you the history, but we're just going to turn into here on the right. There's a new housing estate, and it's called Portobello Road. Years ago, this was the site of a mushroom farm. So the fact it's called Portobello, as in portobello mushrooms, I think is absolutely brilliant. So I've never actually been on this estate, so this is new for me as well. There's a lot more houses on here than I first thought there were. So we just go for a tour around and then turn around and carry on round the village. There's another fairly new housing estate on the right again, and that's on the side of Countryside Collection. Now that shut absolutely years ago, probably, I don't know, getting on for 30 odd years ago. Some of you may remember it. On the right is a row of thatched houses. It's hard to see from the angle of the film, but they're over 300 years old. Now we've turned into School Road, or is it School Lane? School Road, I think. And on the left, more new houses, and that's on the site of the previous first school, the infant school. Now we just turned into Damgate Lane. As I turn the car round here, in front of us is a big house, and that used to be the youth hostel many years ago. I believe it's called Orchard House. But yeah, that was in the days when they used to have a youth hostel. Just going past Martham boat dyke moorings, and down at the end where the blue buildings are is the ferry. You can't go across it. It's only for the farmers to get across to Higham Sound, where they have some animals. Grays over there. You can go one day a year in August. The National Trust own it, and they open up for one day a year. So I've never actually done that. I should. Perhaps I ought to go next August. I can actually see that the gates to the ferry are open, so presumably the ferry is across and somebody's gone over there. If the farmers aren't going to be long, they leave the ferry across the river. It's not a problem. When I last filmed here, about a week, 10 days ago, I showed you that the path was flooded. And it was like a waterfall, wasn't there? Well, it's not going over the top of the flood defence anymore, but the path is still flooded. As we head back past the moorings, you should be able to see them better this side. This is actually Black Street we're on now, and just a short distance along here on the left is Martham Church. So it was called Black Street because of the funerals. So if people were going to the church, they arrived at Black Street. And there's also White Street, but that's for the weddings. That's the fire station right in front of us. And to the left is a group of houses, and that's where Martham railway station used to be. One year I had a chimney fire, and I could hear them leaving the station, the fire station, the sirens blazing, and I could follow their whole route by the sound of a siren. I've never been so embarrassed in all my life, and of course, knew them all as well. So very grateful to them for putting my chimney fire out. In fact, over the years, I think we've had 2 chimney fires. We're just turning onto Cess Road, and this takes us down to the other boatyard. So let's go and have a look and see if they're still in the water, the boats, or if they've been taken out. I imagine they've been taken out. Here we are, just arriving at the boatyard now. So there's just 2 left down here, and it's a mammoth task taking them all out and driving them up on a trailer up to the workshop place. So here are the boats all sat outside the workshop, waiting to have their winter maintenance. There's some building going on the right hand side, lots of new bungalows and some houses in there as well. For those of you who used to watch me when I was doing the filming of the stars and sunset, etc. from in the field, well, that was in there on that field, so that's no more. So that's the tour of Martham. I'm going to have to turn around here now and go back the other way. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time, it's bye for now.